Hello YouTube, Space Cowboy here. In this video, I'm going to talk more about the comments that I've been using throughout my program so far. You've seen them as this sort of orange text here, and maybe I've had some of these green comments as well. But comments and commenting your code is extremely important when programming. So don't just make a program and forget all the comments, because what if you don't look at your program for 6 months? Well, then you look at it again and you forget what the different parts do. So we're going to use these to explain what's going on in our programs, and some other really cool features of comments as well. So stay tuned in this video. Make sure to watch the whole thing. Comments are extremely powerful. All right. So this orange text that you see up here that I'm kind of paraphrasing is what I consider a multi-line comment in Python. It's surrounded in triple quotes. You can technically use single or double quotes for the triple quotations here and here. But that's a multi-line comment, and comments, multi-line and single line, get ignored by the interpreter, so they really are just some notes for you or for other programmers. Like, what if someone else would like to work on your code, or you're working on a team? Definitely important to have proper comments. And some have like professional requirements for commenting as well, like if you're an actual dev. Anyways, yeah, so that's a multi-line comment, and single line comment starts with the pound symbol or the hashtag, whatever you prefer to call it. Comments get ignored by the interpreter. I think I already mentioned that. Usually I will put single line comments with the pound sign or the hashtag above a block of code, like above an if-else statement, or I might have it off to the right or of just a single line of code. So here are some single line comments here with the hashtag. You can see that they're green just for my IDE. Yours might look different. So yeah, comments like this one are ignored by Python. They're notes for humans, not the computer. Yeah, and we're going to use these throughout our programs. Now, here's the thing. Technically, the surrounding the text with triple quotations, that's not technically the proper way to do a multi-line comment in Python, because apparently there isn't one. But this still works just the same. So anyways, it's just kind of a little side note. There's not an actual official syntax for multi-line comments in Python. Important. Comments are a very powerful tool that you can use for debugging. So this is the special feature of comments that I really want to talk about, is that if you have a problem with your code, like a line of code, you can use comments like a light switch, right? You put that hashtag in front of that line of code and boom, it gets ignored by the interpreter. You want to turn it back on? Boom, turn it right back on. You want to turn off an entire section of code? Surround it in triple quotation. So like, let's say right here, I'm gonna get an error, because you can see it's got kind of like an issue there. So let's see what happens here. We expected an indented block after the if statement, line 27, right here. So it expected this to be indented. Well, what if it's some error and I don't know why it's not working? I could just comment it out. Okay? And then, you can use that as a debugging tool, but that's too easy. Let's insert that. Let's say we have this program and it's got an error right there. And I run it. It's giving me a syntax error. Well, let me clear the terminal so we can see it easier. Alright. Here's like a little bit more interesting. Line 35, else. Invalid syntax. We could just have a syntax error, so I don't know what's going on with this. Well, I could use a comment to turn off that line of code, and I could turn off this one too. and then you can see I don't get that error. So I'm kind of using that comment. I'm turning off those lines of code that I have issues with for like debugging. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. The main thing is you're providing notes to yourself and other programmers, but the hidden feature of comments is you can use them like a light switch, because that line of code, if you put that pound symbol or that hashtag in front of that line of code, or if you surround a block of code with some triple quotations in Python, you can get the interpreter to ignore that code if you have an issue in there and you want to kind of just do some debugging and kind of figure out exactly where that issue is. All right, that's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. I really appreciate it. New channel, all that jazz. Peace.